What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Digital Art Obsession. And in today's art therapy activities, we're still dealing with the book called Frequency, The Power of Your Personal Vibration by Penny Pierce. And I read this book before. Just like many other books, I just come back and I go through and I study certain parts that stand out to me. And of course, in chapter 4, freeing yourself from negative vibrations. It's a few steps that we can do to free ourselves from negative vibrations. And step 2, it talks about you don't use what you have been given, or you want more than you can use. And a lot of us, we have the gifts, we have the tools, we have the talents, and we just simply don't use them. Me included. There's been plenty of times when I just disregard my art, and not just my art, even disregarding me just being immersed in personal development. You get caught up in the everyday life and you asking for more, but it's like, how could we ask for more? I mean, we can, but we don't even utilize what we have, or we complain and say that it's not enough. Because if you don't have the clientele, why do you need all the product? It also goes on to read, it's common to be out of sync with your natural growth cycle, protesting that what you have received isn't what you wanted, trying to force something to happen before it's time, or keep something in a form that wants to dissolve. Now, I feel like we all experience that. We all want something before it's time. I feel like we all want to plant a seed today and eat the fruit the same day, but in reality, it doesn't work like that. Honestly, it sounds good if it could, but when it comes to life, you really wouldn't want that to work like that, because you want to learn. You want to be able to learn, obtain that knowledge, and apply it to future situations. It also goes on to say, what you have now is what you have been consciously or unconsciously thinking about and focusing on in recent days, weeks, and months. By protesting and complaining about your current situation, you invalidate the perfect functioning of the materialization process, which stops your life wave or your natural flow. So basically, wherever you at in life, whatever you're doing, at some point, you have did that. Whether you want to admit it or not, whether you did it consciously or unconsciously, you are where you are because of your recent past thoughts, habits, deeds, actions, internally, of course. And it may not be directly, like if your car break down or you just always in a bad relationship, you may not directly think about that, but the fact that you operate on a lower vibration, by default, things happen that you don't agree with, that you like, I just can't win for losing. I just can't seem to get ahead. That's just what happens by default when you're on a lower vibration. Just like when you operate on a higher frequency or higher vibration, by default, things are going to happen that you deem to be good. And it may not even be things that you necessarily desire, but you'll be like, I didn't even have that on my goal list. But just because you're on a higher frequency, by default, things will go your way. I'm going to read a few more sentences and then wrap it up. Your life emerges out of your personal vibration. So if you're plagued with troublesome experiences, you may have steeped in negative emotion and thinking for a while. And the snagged experiences exist to remind you of this. So in other words, a lot of people in general, just been marinating in negativity, just been marinating in trauma. And your everyday life, it shows. It's just like you seem like you can't get ahead. You're blaming this person, you're blaming that person. But all in all, you are the co-creator of your everyday life. So if you've been steeping in negativity and you expect your life to show anything else, then you are considered a fool, at least in my book. Because only a fool would do something over and over and over and over and really expect something different. So you got to understand that if you want to change your life, you have to change your vibration. And when you change your vibration, you want to focus on things that you love and focus on the way you want to feel. not how you feel now. The power is in all of our hands, but I don't even think we realize it because we so focused on the external that we forget about the internal. So do what you love and focus on how you want to feel. Peace.